Hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. All right, I'm throwing this chicken some scratch. I just do a little bit in the middle pen, throw a little more. Try to throw it in two places so the younger chickens have a chance to get some. They're mixing in pretty well, but I want to show y'all something. This is why I do not fill my scratch feed barrel up. See if I can do this. I'm trying to use two hands for three jobs. Y'all see that? Those weevils is what we've always called them. They're always in your scratch feed. You may not see them when you first open the bag. Excuse me. But if it sits there long enough, you will have them in there. So I usually, there's some on my cup, on my scoop right there. See them? They will get in your scratch feed, especially with that corn in there. And you see they all go for the scratch. But I got to throw some to the White Knight's pen over there. I'll flip y'all back around after I get it thrown out to them, but that's the reason I do not fill that can up, because it'll be slapped full of bugs before I'm halfway down it. And I don't like it. So that can will get empty. It's almost there. It's almost empty now, but I will have that can completely empty before I buy any more. That way I can dump the bugs and everything out in one of the pens, and the chickens will eat all of it. They'll eat the bugs, they'll eat the scratch, all of it. But if you buy too much at one time, anything that's got corn in it, you're going to end up with some weevils, or what we call weevils. I don't know what the official name is. But anywho, I wanted to show y'all that. And before I threw them scratch out, I actually just came out of the garden, just walking and looking at the plants. And I found a caterpillar worm that I've seen eating tomato leaves, a little blackish colored one. And then I found another hornworm on that same bush. But I put them in there, and the chickens, of course, devoured them in about 5 seconds. But let me see if I can get in the pen and show y'all the smallest baby chicks, the last ones that I hatched. So let's see if I can get this gate open and work the camera on the stick and all that good stuff. It's a little bit hard to do sometimes. But let me flip the camera around and show y'all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. Now there was 12. One of the black ones didn't make it. The one that kept laying up under the feeder and laying around, he did that for about a week. The rest of them were all fine. And I came out here a couple of days ago, and he had passed. So I've still got 11 there. I've got these 6. If y'all can hear it, my brother-in-law's over there cutting grass. It looks like he's cutting dirt the way I see the dirt coming up, but we just put new blades on his mower yesterday. But these 6 and the little barnyard mix were the second set that I hatched. And there's 3 of the first 7 that I hatched. So they're all doing well, except for that one little black one. I don't know, maybe he was punier than the rest. I honestly don't know. All right, see if I can get out of here. Yes, I got my old funky looking hat on. That sun will cook you here in Southwest Georgia. Right now, it's kind of behind a cloud, although it's still shining. It's not full hard sunlight. Let me flip this down a little bit. All right. And boy, you get out here in the middle of this sunshine, the heat index is 105 thereabout, and here I am walking around on this black weed mat checking on my plants, and I need to water tonight. I didn't get any rain yesterday, but I got a good rain the day before. So I did get a few of the beds weeded. The middle bed there that had tomatoes, and only the one twin has made it, and the one cantaloupe, I weeded that bed, and I weeded the bed with the soybean in it, and I weeded most of the bed over here with the zucchini and squash. And I have been picking some squash. I've already gotten 3 nice ones from there, and I've got some little zucchinis that are starting to come out, so I will be getting more of that. Let me flip this back around. The basil starting to have some color to it up here, the little seeds and stuff. The bigger plant, the smaller ones are still growing. I need to weed this bed, as you can see, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tomato plants that are doing really well, and then that one right there that's not doing much at all. So I'm pleased with 4 of these cherry tomatoes. My grandson will be happy if they produce. So I'm gonna back up just a little bit and show y'all the green beans have climbed this trellis that is a little over 5 feet tall, almost 6 feet, and has climbed across over to the other trellis. Green beans are doing really well. It hadn't started growing any green beans yet, but the vines are doing exceptionally well. So I'm pleased with that. The cucumbers have made it about 4 feet up. Even the smaller plant is right around 3 feet. Probably 2.5, something like that. But they're doing well. And then the 6 plants that I planted, my buddy gave me of the squash, one of them's actually coming back right there. I thought it was dead. So there's 5 that have made it. The other 4 are doing really well. So we'll see. That one tomato plant that's made it in this bed is doing pretty decent. You know, I need to put a pole by it and tie it up and all that, but you see cats are digging in here, and they're digging in here. And look at the soybean bed where all that dill I had planted in here, most of it they've dug up. I can't keep them out, so I may have to do something about all the stray cats that are coming over. But it's kind of hard when I've got a cat of my own that runs around out here, and I haven't caught him in any of the beds, but it's all right. Now look at the eggplant. That one's doing, I can't see the screen, guys. That one's doing pretty good. Man, I'm blinded. That one's doing pretty good. No eggplants yet, but the plant looks good. And that little cut worm I found was on this little plant here, on this tomato plant. So I just pulled the whole leaf off and left him on there and gave him to the chickens. So some of these, I need to tie this one up to the stake. Some of them are doing really well. But like this tomato plant here is the one that had the hornworm on it twice. It's not as tall as the others, but it's got a lot more blooms on it. And this one here's got a bunch of blooms on it. And then this one's got a lot of blooms, and it's actually got a couple small tomatoes that are starting to grow. So maybe I'll get a couple. These others are pepper plants. All of them but this one have made it so far. This one here looks puny, kind of wilted. Of course, I'll water it pretty heavy today, but I just don't know. So I'm gonna walk over here and show y'all these 2 tomato plants. These are the 2 largest. They do need watering now, but there's a tomato right there, and there's 2 right here, and then there's 1 large one over here. Let me turn y'all around. So there's 1 there. I can't see it on the camera. There it is. But either way, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on these 2 plants, and then 2 over there. So I've got 6 tomatoes growing. Whether they're going to actually do anything, I don't know. But I'm trying. It's done got so hot in South Georgia, most people have just given up growing anything, especially starting new plants like I've done here. But I kind of didn't point it out, so let me flip y'all back around. I pruned this squash and zucchini hard and got a lot. I mean, it was just so bushy and so full. I pruned them back and left a lot of the leaves that were up, but cut all that low growth and stuff off, and actually pulled one squash plant because the vine borers had already gotten into it before it ever started producing. So, you know, I'm trying. Am I perfect at it? Heck no. But I did pull the one that would have been on the middle stake right there because the vine borers had gotten into it. Doesn't look like they're really into the others yet. If they are, I can't tell it. But like this one here is so thick at the bottom, there's not much I can do, and I'm pretty sure the vine borers have gotten into it. So that's probably what's going to be the result of all my squash and zucchini in the hot part of summer, is before they actually produce anything worthwhile, those vine borers are going to kill the plant. So I'm learning and I'm trying. So next year with this mini greenhouse, I should be able to plant early like I did this year and the frost not get me. If I plant early inside that mini greenhouse, I should be able to protect my plants from the frost, and when they get large enough and the last frost is gone, then I can transplant them to the garden and kind of get a head start on planting. So I should be able to, you know, get more fruit. There goes a wasp. But be able to get more fruit, squash, zucchini, tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, all of that stuff, because I can start earlier. Now, I can't start earlier with potatoes and carrots because they'll be direct sowed in the ground, but all the stuff that's above ground, I can start earlier in that little mini greenhouse, and hopefully it's going to make a difference in how much I can harvest. So I'm going to walk over here and I want to look at the fig tree up close. The blueberries are pretty much done. There's a couple dozen left on it, but the birds beat me to those before I get them. So I want to walk back here and take a close-up look at my figs. Mainly because I haven't gotten any ripe ones yet. Pulling a weed. But I'm gonna flip y'all around. The scuplins are loaded, y'all. I wish my grandson was here with me. Look at this. If I pick this up, y'all see those? And they're all over on the other side. I've got scuplins everywhere like that, and more tiny babies that are getting ready. That's actually a weed, but it's loaded. It is absolutely loaded with muscadines or with scuplins, but they're not ripe yet. But this thing is doing its job. They are everywhere. I believe I could take 2 or 3 of my grand youngins and myself, turn the fence off, and when they start getting ripe, we could probably pick for hours and not get them all. But let me walk over here to the fig tree. I want to take a closer look and see if the figs are starting to turn. Yeah, I see one. Let me see if I can get it on camera. There's a big one right there that's starting to turn a little yellowish, a light green. It's much bigger than the others, a couple of them. You see that? That's almost golf ball size. And that's a good size fig. So, but they're still not ripe. These things turn a dark brownish purple when they're ripe. But I see quite a few in there that are good size that are not ripe. Look right there. Do y'all see that big one? I can see it from over here. It's 5 feet from me, but there's going to be some nice figs on here if the birds don't beat me to them. I mean, look at that one. That thing is almost golf ball size. And there's another almost as big right there. I hope I can get quite a few fresh figs off this year. Now, usually I do. It grows so much, I should be able to get some off of it. But the birds will beat you to it. I'm hoping this bird tape will help keep the birds away and I can actually harvest some figs this year. but they are so good. Man, if you've never tried a fig straight off a tree and all you've gotten is what you bought in the grocery store, holy smokes, man. If you ever try one straight off the tree, you're going to say, wow, compared to what they sell in the store. My goodness, there is such a huge difference in flavor. And I mean, all I do is take it off the bush and just tear it open and eat. I mean, you ain't even got to tear it open. You can just bite the whole thing. It is so good and sweet. So I don't know what variety that is. I have no clue. But it's so good. And I'm looking forward to these 3 that Tom sent me. Thank you again. Getting big and having some figs on them. Hopefully they'll hold their figs. But it's going to be a couple of years before, or at least one, not this year, but possibly next year they may have a few figs on them, because fig trees grow fast. So, but all 3 of them are doing well. So I'm going to get off here and I'm going to go get out of this 105-degree heat plus. And I got to clean up where my brother-in-law's mower was down here. If you've noticed on any of the footage, he left me a mess to clean up. But if you've noticed on any of the footage, all my grass isn't cut. Where I park and around the house, I did get done. And most of where Sparky is, I got cut. But the rest of it has not been cut. The belt for my mower deck broke. Now this Kubota is a commercial grade and it's shaft driven. So it has a PTO shaft for driving and it has a PTO shaft to turn the blade. But the deck itself has a belt to go from each blade, and it's got 3 blades on it. So I replaced the belt last year. It was a royal pain in the butt. You have to take the gearbox loose and all that to change it. So I'm hoping I can get me a helper out here and get that belt on. It's been ordered for 5 days. The shipping label was created 2 days after I ordered it. It's been 3 or 4 days since they created the shipping label, and it has not been shipped. I'm going to try not to buy from that company again. There's no reason for me to pay a company for something and then wait. I think it's been a total of, what is today? Okay, it's been a total of 6 days since I gave them the money for the belt, and it hasn't shipped yet. So that doesn't sit well with me. If I pay you, mail it. You know, it's coming in the mail. It's a freaking belt. It ain't like it's a hard part, you know. But either way, I can't cut grass until I get my new belt and get it put on the mower. And that's going to be a job in itself, and it'll be a late evening job because I can't do it in the middle of the sunshine in the summer down here. It would cook me and I'll end up with a heat stroke. But I did talk to my distant cousin that is a mechanic. He's an awesome mechanic, by the way, and he told me about my tractor here. So I'm gonna try a couple things pretty soon on what he told me to do and see if I can't get this thing back operational. That would be extremely nice if I could. But if I get it back going, I may actually plant an in-ground garden next year as well as the raised bed garden. So we'll just have to see. Guys, I appreciate y'all following along. I'm not putting out the number of videos that I was a few weeks back, just simply because I'm working a little bit more than I normally do, but it is so doggone hot. I am doing my best just to keep my chores done, take care of my animals, and stay out of this sun. So we are either having a severe hard rain or we're having a completely scalding hot day, and it's more than some of us can take. So I'm getting my at least 2 videos out a week, and I may get more than that, but I can't promise that. I promise you the 2 a week. So that's what I've always done, and I'm going to stick to that schedule. But I do appreciate each and every one of y'all sticking with me, subscribing, thumbs up, leave me comments, send me emails. I appreciate everything y'all do for me. It is phenomenal on how much you guys support my channel, and it really means a lot to me and my grandson. I mean, it is just awesome. So thank y'all very much. Remember what I've always told you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe, be prepared, and grow some food, and raise some food.